Hi everyone, welcome back to Owlchemist Tarot, serving tarot straight up. So this is your general weekly reading, Mercury retrograde already, from the 17th to the 23rd, okay? So I'm actually filming this on the 17th, the full moon. It's the Wolf full moon. So really good time to release, per usual. And I think the biggest thing too is to remember sometimes a full moon is not always about dumping this massive amount of energy. It can be, but it can also just be like in the last like 30 days, like things that you just kind of need to let go of, right? So I'm going to be using the El Tarot deck from the Millennial La Toria. These are very stiff. I don't use them enough. And remember everyone, so I still have a sale for the tarot readings for the month of January, the entire month. You get 22% off, and you don't have to use a code or anything. It just takes it off automatically. So you can pay, and then if you need to book out in the next few months, you can. I usually keep some time open in the next, couple months just so people have an idea, because I know their schedules get kind of weird. So, okay. So I'm going to pull just around career, money, and love. Okay. And then just what do we need to kind of be aware of? Okay. All right. So I would say this week, and it's crazy that the moon card flipped out first. Okay. La Luna. I'm fluent in Spanglish, by the way. Not Spanish, but Spanglish. So it's funny, and it's, obviously not, I wouldn't say ironic, but in a way it is, that the moon card came out on the full moon, the day of the full moon. So I think for a lot of you, it's coming to terms that you need to start trusting yourself. Things that you've really kept hidden, whether it's from other people or even you trying to run from something emotionally, you do need to kind of face it now. All right. So my point is that this is the first full moon of 2022. The wolf moon, the wolf doesn't run from anything. It's it's a hunter, right? It's also unfortunately preyed upon too, but wolves are, they are known for being fearless. So for many of you, this is the time to start facing your fears. Don't run from things. Don't let things pile up. Start the year fresh and really address things that, again, keep you held back, bother you. What triggers you? Why do you feel certain ways when you see, smell, interact with things, okay? And it can be different for everyone. But I think for a lot of you, you don't trust your intuition, you don't trust yourself. And there could be some deep-rooted things. Why? So again, if you're going to start this year off, let's forget about the resolutions. Let's forget about the diets and the fads and, losing 20 pounds. Let's just forget about that. Think about, how about we're just being honest with ourselves out of the gate? And this full moon is a great way to kick that off. Okay. So, and I say, this is a day by day thing. It's not something you're going to accomplish overnight, but start to trust yourself more. Start to listen to yourself first, rather than always going outside of yourself for information or counsel or guidance. Go within first, okay? Because the moon card, things that are hidden are going to start to pop and bubble up from the surface. And for some of you, this could be a secret. It could be something that has been kept from you. It could be something that you've been keeping from other people. And I'm saying that because you have the High Priestess that came out next to it. The High Priestess is the keeper of the secrets, right? So again, there could be a secret that's being revealed. And I don't want that to freak anyone out, but I would tell you, if you've been holding yourself back, then it's now time to be honest, not only with yourself, but with others. Okay? Honesty is the best policy. All right. So some things I would say keep an eye out for this week. We got the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, so the Queen of Cups in reverse is energy that is known for being all emotion and no head, okay? So all heart, all emotion, all reaction, rather than taking a step back and thinking about things logically. And with the Ace of Swords in reverse, you may not have all the details. Again, that secret might be coming out. Not all the details have emerged yet. So don't be irrational. Don't react. Don't freak out. Get all the facts before you make a decision, before you take a stance, before you pick a side. Whatever it is, get all the facts. Don't go based on hearsay or how you feel emotionally about something. Because again, there's always three sides to a story, okay? So all I'm going to tell you is that this is a week to balance that heart over head and to really have all the details before you start to make decisions, okay? Okay, now, for money, we have the Five of Wands. Money could be a little bit of a point of contention this week. It could be with family, friends, or spouse, you know, your family unit. There could be some situations arguing about money, spending, overspending, spending on things that are actually not necessary, so wants versus needs. Some of you, this is, it's coming to a head where there's been mismanagement of money within the household. And it's gotten to a point where it's like, look, it's now starting fights. It's now creating mistrust. It's now creating kind of this one-sided or a lopsided maybe feeling, okay? So I'm going to be the first one to tell you, if you are in a relationship with someone or it's a family unit or whatever the case is, if you are living together, then you both should be paying bills. You both should be contributing to the household in some way, shape, or form. So it can't be one person making all the money, one person spends all the money. It's got to even out, okay? Because what's going to happen is it's going to create this frustration. People are going to get resentful, and then it's going to blow up. So again, have all the facts this week. Do not hide something about money. This is the time to come clean. This is the time to say, hey, there's been some things, this is what I've done, or this is what the other person's done. Get all the facts before you react. Career, I feel like for some of you, you know, the Ace of Cups is a really wonderful energy to have in the work zone, because for many of you, it's indicating you're entering in a phase, a new beginning, a new cycle of a career or job that you're actually really going to be, you know, connected to emotionally, that there's going to be, you know, a sense of self-worth. So it could be a job that you love. How about we even just start with a job that you like, but it feels like you have this instant gratification that you're there. You feel valued. You feel like you found your tribe. You feel like you're on the right path. And again, what's wonderful is that the Ace of Cups, it's all about really putting your wants and needs first. So this is about making you happy. This is about putting you as a priority. And again, with it, this could be certainly a career that deals with, you know, people or emotions, or, you know, it could be, you know, dealing with like counseling or whatever the case is, but you see progress in people and you're really glad that you're there to help people. It could be in hospitality. It could be in anything. But I do feel like there's a connection to people and there's an instant gratification. So there's a part of you that you just love this. It doesn't feel like work. You feel grateful every day that you get up. And I do feel like for a lot of you, you finally are getting on the right path that you're meant to. Maybe you're starting to put resumes out there and you're starting to see, you know, progress and people interested and reaching out to you. So you're getting confident and getting excited. This is always wonderful. And again, this is putting you first, because it's really important to make sure that you feel valued and that you're excited to go to a place of work, and that, you know, the people around you are supportive, and, you know, it's not this toxicity, right? And be careful, Spirit is saying, be careful of any organization or company that says you're treated like family, because not all families are, you know, they're dynamic, but they're not always positive. And sometimes it's not about being a part of a family. It's about getting paid and knowing your worth. Okay. Let me pull one more card for the relationship zone. Oh boy. Okay. So we got the Page of Cups, and then we got the Page of Swords. First and foremost, the Page of Cups, so Page is very young energy. It could be very immature energy, not necessarily somebody that is putting action behind anything yet. They're maybe just thinking about it, or there's a want or a desire to offer, you know. So the Page of Cups could be, somebody that is looking or finally interested in possibly dating again. This could be someone that is certainly interested in potentially offering up a part of themselves that they've held back quite a bit. And again, for some of you in a relationship or a couple, there could be a part of you that you've always kind of kept hidden and kept at bay. And now maybe with this open, honest communication, because again, something's coming up to the surface, a secret, maybe that you're willing to actually share and a part of yourself that's always been kind of vulnerable with your partner. And that's really exciting. For those single birds out there, I would say this could certainly be someone is interested in possibly maybe telling you how they feel or expressing how they feel or showing you, starting to do a small olive branch, maybe some communication. Page of Swords can be somebody who has been kind of, again, keeping tabs. This is sometimes known as the stalker card, but it's not necessarily in a weird, creepy, you need to call the police type of way. This is more of somebody, you've piqued their interest and they're trying to keep tabs on you. They're trying to figure out how to, how do I talk to this person? How do I introduce myself, or how do I, start a conversation, or what do I do? So this is somebody who's kind of like trying to fill you out and figure out what your interests are, what you like. So there certainly could be somebody who's thinking about offering themselves and communicating, kind of sparking something with you. For some of you, this could be that you might be interested in two people, or two people are interested in you. But again, it's very much in this beginning stage where they haven't taken any major effort yet. And I think it's like, I feel like there's nervousness. I feel like there is, this person is kind of being pushed out of their comfort zone. So that's why it's taking forever, because it's like they're not sure exactly what to do. And in a way, inadvertently, you make them really uncomfortable, even though you may not even say anything or talk to them or around them, but kind of just like the thought of you, like you're intimidating in a way. So there's kind of that nervousness that they have. But again, this is something they've been thinking about quite a bit. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's one person, but for some of you, it could be two. This is somebody who might keep a very stoic face, but they feel very deeply. Or this is somebody who wears their emotion on their sleeve, but doesn't always know how to communicate very well. Okay, so it could be either or. But again, it's that vibe of this week is that there could be a secret coming out. There could be this, something coming up and being shown to you or communicated to you or handed to you. So if you're not the one that's kind of keeping things at bay, there could be other people that are it's been kind of like a boiling point, a tipping point that they kind of have to now say something, forever hold your peace kind of a thing. So this is interesting. Oh my goodness. Well, if it does happen to you, I'm just going to pull a few more cards because I'm drawn to. If you're the one that's going through that, leave a comment if you feel comfortable. You don't have to, but I always think it's kind of interesting when people are like, oh my God, that happened. Sometimes the hardest step is the first one, right? Especially when you like somebody, it's like, ugh. It's easier said than done just to just do it. Interesting. 7 of Cups. So here's another just little tidbit of advice this week. 7 of Cups, and we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so something that you guys have wanted for a while you might be offered, or there might be some opportunities that are around the corner. But here's the thing. Not all opportunities that you might get presented with are the right ones. So just be very careful about kind of irrationally jumping into anything just because, it's new, fresh, and it's exciting. Be very careful. And again, during a Mercury retrograde, not that you should ever stop your life during a retrograde, but this is maybe the time to do more research, not to necessarily commit to anything. Really fill out all the opportunities, because the 7 of Cups can indicate that there's some things that you're going to be more emotionally drawn to and tied to, but they're not always going to be the best thing for you in the long run. So just kind of be more cognizant, because you don't want to jump head first into and to commit to something and then all of a sudden you have to walk away from it because it's not the right fit. Okay. So this week, do your due diligence if you get offered anything, or even in the next couple weeks during the retrograde. Any kind of secret that comes out, you know, again, just get all the facts. And if you're the one that's delivering it, get all the facts and try to remain calm, cool, and collected. Don't let your emotions run away with you. And if you're receiving the message, again, let the person communicate. Make sure you don't overreact. Have all the details before you make a big decision, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.